Up until probably like the last 100 years, women only would have learned this from each other, from their mom or their grandmother or their aunt, their cousin, their sister. And because we don't live in the same sort of communities, we've lost that intergenerational learning.
So when you have questions about nursing, you can turn to a lactation consultant like Attie Sandink, who's been practicing for more than 3 decades.
Having my own kids and breastfeeding difficulties really started me on this path. Prior to that, I was doing a lot of birthing classes and worked in labor and delivery, and realized the preparation at that time for breastfeeding was not very good. What does a lactation consultant do? And that is, essentially, we're supposed to assess breastfeeding. However, as a nurse, I'm also assessing the baby and the way the baby breathes, the way the baby swallows.
Well, at first, my baby, who was my second baby, so I thought I had all the answers already. My second baby, we went to our 1-week checkup and he hadn't gained any weight. And I was like, well, wait a minute. He's been nursing all the time. What's happened here? How have I missed this? And on my walk home from my midwife's office at 7 days postpartum, I was on the phone with Attie and she was at my house a few hours later.
After practicing for 30 years, she's seen lactation consulting evolve.
I think there's a lot of body work that has to be done. The way birth is done today with epidurals, inductions, and a lot of C-sections, babies do not go through the birth canal, and the head doesn't form the way it should, and so the jaw may be a little off and all these kind of things. But people will immediately say, oh, well, if you have a tongue tie, it'll release, it'll be better. And they do it on day 1 or 2 in the hospital, or even after that. And then the mother still wonders why this didn't help. What we're learning a lot more about now is the baby's body and how the suck establishes. And they have to learn and understand the actual experience of understanding what suck is all about, what the birth process might have done to the suck, and those kind of things are all part of figuring out how the baby can do a better latch.
And in the end, if breastfeeding doesn't work for you, Attie now also helps support mothers who are bottle feeding. Attie's helped more than 10,000 mothers and babies over her career.
Somebody comes in here, well, I came here because you helped my mother, or you even helped my grandmother, and that kind of gives me the, ooh, I've been around that long.
Countless lactation consultants have benefited from her wisdom and experience, serving as interns in her clinic. Attie even inspired Brittany to become a lactation consultant.
How transformative it was for me as a mom, and how I felt being supported by Attie in my home, and then coming into the clinic here and having that experience of being taken care of by the interns here and being around the other moms who are here. And then I wanted to be a part of that so badly.
You can find out more at birthandbabyneeds.com. For Halton News, I'm Nikki Wesley.